right, 30, cool. So, everyone doing good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a living.
Yeah. All right, let's go get back into it. Mareigh, could you tilt your camera just a little bit? You're sinking in frame a little bit.
What else is new?
Your camera's been the same, but the post-work day slap
Yeah.
is happening.
Yeah.
Well, I was also like shrimping it.
Last episode, I had about 2 inches to fall for the heme bit. I was already halfway there.
Better?
Oh,
Perfect.
Anyway,
All
that's
right.
11 is what Rurik said as he went down.
Yeah.
What?
He said, it's 11.
11.
That's a sock, yes.
All right, so
It's a song.
previously, last time we played, in a bid to banish Opheia's haunting nightmare hex, or so it seemed, Mareigh undertook the challenge of lifting this, but as the veil of the affliction was lifted, a chilling revelation emerged that the hex harbored a sinister entity that was more malevolent than previously imagined. Some grotesque creature akin to a hymn materialized upon Opheia's chest, casting some ominous shadows across the candlelit room. Amidst the ensuing battle, Rurik, the Griffin Witcher, bravely tried to aid Opheia, but unfortunately succumbed to a fatal blow from the beast. Ultimately, Mareigh slew the creature with a well-placed spell, and now the darkness looms over an uncertain future as the group stands at a crossroads, grappling with some of the challenges ahead. So, go ahead and get back into it. As we had left everybody, you are all in one of the Witcher's rooms, having moved the body of Rurik to the bed.
I hope we don't get kicked out. Like, I would kick us out, but I hope we don't get kicked out.
Imagine, like, we're the NPCs and they're us, and we're just like, this random druid comes into your house and she's cursed. And now there's a demon and your dad is dead.
And your good friend is dead.
And be out of there. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
I really didn't want this. If this is
If we were
gonna,
the NPCs, we'd be dead. Let's be real here.
I would totally understand if they kicked us out, but like, I really don't want them to, because this is the only place we're gonna be able to learn something for like,
I know.
probably
Until we get to Nilfgaard.
till we get till we get to fucking Maribor or
Novigrad.
something. I don't know.
Erebor. What are we going to learn? That witches are the devil and Mareigh should die?
No, so there's something in Maribor that was important. It was a clue to something.
One of Lucian had suggested to Kaspar that there was a scientist in Maribor who might know some things about the
right.
process of Witcher
Mutagens.
mutagens. Yes.
There's a scientist in Maribor that has the cure to early onset baldness, but he's keeping it a secret from the king of Redania.
Oh.
All right. So what's everyone doing?
Being upset is what I'm doing.
I'm going to talk to Dragomir since
Yeah.
him was possessing me, and I'll just say, Dragomir, well, I don't know what to say. I can answer any questions you want, but I think you saw what happened. Working to deduce it. He died trying to save me. So I don't know how to atone for that.
It seems as though there are dark things at work in the world. You have brought that here to Kaer Seren. But from my understanding, it was not by your will that this creature slew Rurik. As I understand it, it was a stowaway, a hidden threat that you could not have foreseen. I do not blame you for Rurik's death. I have known him a long time. I know that had he been armed or unarmed, armored or completely unarmored, he would have done the same regardless. He believed in doing what was right. Something that, in our later years, we maybe didn't always see eye to eye on. But, in this instance, I could tell that Rurik trusted you. Even liked you, I think. And for him, I will honor that. You may have been misled or unable to see what it was that afflicted you. But that is not your fault. Not entirely, at least.
I know that you're the keeper of Kaer Seren, so it's your decision, but I would like to... I don't want to impose, but I would like to stay here a bit longer to figure out what possessed me, figure out how it relates to the comet, and then I'll be on my way, I suppose.
Yes, you are all welcome to stay here. The invitation to remain shall stay in effect. But I must insist that I look over each of you and ensure that no other things linger in the places we may not be able to see.
Oh, like curses. Right.
Yeah, it's not
Good
like
idea.
it's not a proctologist exam or anything like that. It's
Nice.
Full-
Whoa, I did not think
the full TSA.
yeah,
Hilton,
it's not a body
uh,
cavity search or anything. I meant like a spiritual thing, you know.
Ah.
A spiritual search.
Just to clarify.
Course.
I know I have a
You'll
sinister
never
face.
Find it in my bag.
That
I
is.
think to myself.
Yes,
Thank you.
you are welcome to stay here and, well,
Search
we should
away.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just would tell them like search away.
Yes, I would like to meet with each of you individually and make sure that there is no other lingering ailments from this cosmic event that might be affecting you in unknown ways. Beyond that, there is but me and Lucian left. I see no reason to inflict arbitrary rules from days gone by upon you. So you may have free reign of Kaer Seren. Just be respectful
Hmm.
of the history and of the things that it holds. Now, please, leave me and Lucian. We shall care for Rourke.
Are you planning to do a funerary pyre?
It is our custom. We shall tend to his body and prepare the arrangements.
If you need any assistance, let me know.
For now, it appears
It's
as
a
though
custom
perhaps...
that we share.
Of course. You will all be invited to attend, to pay your respects. And for now, it seems as though perhaps some medical attention is in order for you, and presumably some rest for the rest of you as well.
Gladly.
Slap some healing into Kaspar.
I'll be fine with some rest.
What's your recovery stat?
It is 8.
Okay, same as mine. How far down are you?
25 to 40.
All right, I'll give you a little bit, just so you can try to heal up one day. Mother hell! What the hell?
Let's see, is that a mixed spell?
It's Earth.
Yeah.
God,
So,
why does this game not want me to cast the spells that I have? Why does this game hate me?
it is. Yes, you feel that you fumbled by 7, so the spell I don't believe goes off, and you feel it kind of the healing energy that you begin to kind of pour into Kaspar begins to kind of crawl up your hand back towards you, and it almost turns into like necrotic damage as it like you can feel it coursing through your nervous system as you like your fingers begin to kind of tense, and almost like you like have accelerated arthritis in your hands. And you take 7 damage, and let's see, for the sake of this, we'll just say 7 damage from the backlash. So, but the spell does not go off.
Perhaps you should rest.
Now we match.
But
Yes, perhaps you should all rest. It has been trying time. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before you retire from this room?
I'd like to smudge my fucking dice is what I'd like to do.
fucking rest.
Yes.
Yeah, I can actually go to sleep for real now. So
Yes.
The best sleep in a while.
Just find a place to go.
Kaspar, as he kind of like walks out, he's gonna look at Dragomir and Lucian and say, "I'm sorry, I couldn't prevent it."
Lucian turns to you. Dragomir kind of doesn't ignore you, but he just kind of gives you like the slightest nod and then turns to Rurik. And Lucian devotes a bit more attention to you and says, I understand. So many of our brothers have fallen in a moment that we thought we could prevent. But all it takes is a moment. One full step. You did your best, Kaspar. That's all any of us can ever do. Sometimes fate just has other plans.
Fuck fate. I'm gonna kind of.
Oh,
Hey, Kilton.
hi. Well,
Um. Kind of shuffles.
mhm.
Thank you for attempting to console me.
Right. Yes, of course. You're welcome. It's no problem at all. And
Right.
I'm such a generous, selfless person.
Right.
I figured it would be no extra work or tedium for me in the slightest. It's a damn shame about old Ulrich.
His name was Rurik.
Sorry, I mispronounced it. It's a damn shame about Rurik. And I need the rest of you at your tip-top shape if we're ever going to make it out of this frigid wasteland. So, selfless. Right. Anyway, I need a nap.
Me too.
Preferably for 8 hours or more.
Me too. Teleport. Well, hi, Julian.
Oh, how the fuck?
How did you get here before us?
Oh, I let myself down from the rope from the balcony.
He jumped.
He doesn't feel comfortable leaving balconies like in a normal way anymore. He's so used to sneaking out of them.
My God. That's fucking funny.
Yes, I think perhaps the barracks room that Julian that Lucian set up. I'm Julian. I forget sometimes. I use so many aliases.
So many
you know,
monikers.
it's hard to keep. You know, I'm gonna stay here for the evening and keep an eye on things and make sure that they don't need anything. And I'll just sleep on this chaise here.
That's oddly.
I don't know that I could sleep really at this time. I'm just so distraught. I didn't even see what happened.
I can't human perception him.
Why?
He's just
You
not.
simply have to.
If you want.
He's not acting
could try.
in character. I will try.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to take a look at, see if you notice anything.
I won't, but
You might. It's. Nope.
that's like among the best I can do.
Yeah. Nope.
Kaspar, why are you looking at Julian like he's a bug?
He is.
He's just being oddly caring.
Imagine he spent a fair bit of time with Rurik while waiting for us. It's not so surprising.
He wasn't allowed in the castle. Oh.
Rurik was allowed to leave the castle.
No.
Julian, did you spend much time with Rurik? Were you especially close in the short time we left you here?
Well, no, but you know, I don't know. Just something about it got to me a little bit, and well, I think
Aww.
I might as well offer whatever services I can, and I just don't feel like sleeping right now. I wasn't even present in the fight. So I'm fine. I can keep an eye on things here.
There was nothing you could have done.
I'm told that so often.
Well, me too, but there was something I could have done.
Aw, did we remind him of Geralt a bit?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is how Witchers die.
This is how Geralt died, basically.
Worse.
Worse.
Hey, spoilers? Maybe?
Spoilers?
Spoilers for a really old franchise?
Well, not really
Okay.
old.
Oh,
Fucking 80s and 90s is not that old.
this
To
is
be
how,
fair,
also
yeah,
how
It predates spoiler culture, so I would call that old.
And then he didn't stay dead, so it's not like it's like actually a spoiler.
well, he stayed dead in my run of Witcher Free, but
What?
he stayed dying.
yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. I
I
thought
didn't
you
reload
a
started
save,
the game
so-
and he wasn't there.
I guess it's like if you haven't read the last book of the series, or played Witcher 1, or Witcher
That's
2,
true.
or Witcher 3, then, that's a spoiler. But
If you're halfway through the third book and you're watching actual plays online, you need to stop. Actually, don't stop. Keep watching this.
Yeah.
Watch us instead. No. Stop, read the books, gatekeep.
And then come back and watch us.
Write some fan fiction, and then
Write some fan fiction about our characters.
no, they don't know
Yeah.
us yet.
They don't know us well enough.
It's the Geralt Dandelion shippers. They need to finish first.
They can't
Finish
have
the
a,
fan fiction. Not. Never mind.
they can't have a good ship name, huh?
They can't finish.
no.
There's just no good combination there.
unfortunately.
No good,
So-
no good shit portmanteau.
Anything else the rest of you would like to do? It's getting late in the evening now. Not super
Oh.
late, but Opheia had to like fall asleep for the
That's true.
ritual to take place, so it's probably like 11:30 to 1ish, somewhere in there, like night.
No, Kaspar is going to sleep.
Fuck yeah, me too.
It's-
All right.
He fucking hurted.
I'm also,
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
also
think
fucking
anything
hurted.
helpful.
Yeah, everyone can take a rest. For some reason, I just didn't think about it. I guess I'd only put 3 beds in the room, but just pretend there's an extra.
Sharon.
Use your imaginations. There's an extra bed in
Me-
there.
Me and Opheia will share a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's only 3 beds. Somebody's sharing.
The shippers
Are
are.
you saying we can't?
There's
Or
a,
if
there's
I
a
can
bed
sleep on the
roll
floor.
on one of the beds,
I am-
so you can roll that out and use it. So
I pitched my. Oh no.
That's the fantasy element of this series. Is
Being able to sleep like this and not
I
having back
didn't.
problems.
I meant being able to imagine a bed, but that too.
Can you imagine a bed?
Can you believe to learn?
Imagine, if you will, a bed. I'm gonna pitch a tent right here in the room we were playing cards in.
Don't.
Why? Where are
because
we?
the game
supposed to be
physics won't let you place it there.
Fine, I go outside in the freezing cold. All right, I
There's a
found it,
time and
so-
place for everything, but not here.
Are we allowed in this room?
It's the library.
Yeah,
I'll
there's a
sleep in the
access door to the
library.
library.
I pitch a tent in the library, just like in high school. Kidding.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. Everyone, go ahead and use recover your recovery stat amount of HP and fill up your resolve and stamina as needed, and focus as well.
Get 3 stamina back.
All right, I'm down 7. God, that was a shit combat for Mareigh. That was, besides the end.
You did
You
slay
mean when
the
you got the
beast.
killing blow?
I got the killing blow, but at what cost?
A little bit of health that you just healed.
Yeah. Fumbles hurt with magic.
Yeah, but magic hurts more than the average like
Weapon
dash
does.
or.
Yeah, there's almost
that
nothing that has resist. Like some of the stuff you have can be defended with like resist magic, but like a fire spell, your spells have almost no things that can like resist them without like just armor.
Except a super high dodge or block. Because if you just dodge and block it, you'd take nothing.
Yeah, but that's
It's
how
like
anything
literal-
works. So, yeah.
It's
That's
like
true
literal
for everything.
backfire.
Yeah.
I did
Yep.
5 damage to him with my best attack, so if it backfired and hit me, I'd be okay. If it did more damage.
Blinding Dust continues to come in clutch, though.
Yeah,
that
as if you
was
didn't
good.
give him -3 the entire fucking fight.
Yeah.
Zephyr would be narrating the hymn, like looting our bodies right now, if not for the blindness.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take this and I'll take this.
We'd be playing fucking Lucian and Dragomir.
We'd be playing fucking
Dandelions.
I
Jackbox.
just gotta keep reminding myself this is the high risk, high reward class. I don't normally
Yeah.
play those kinds of
Yeah.
classes, so
Yeah, that is definitely true, especially for the base mage, like the druid and the priest and the alt mage from the expansion book. Like they have like
Oh.
kind of like more buffers, I guess, but like the class mage from the core book is very high risk, high reward of like, especially when you get to those higher level spells where you can
Yeah,
just like do fucking
fumble-
crazy shit.
fumbling,
everyone
on,
else is
fumbling
like-
on like a firestorm or like that one dude's lightning spell could, like, if you have low health, could just kill you if you fumble bad enough. Could just straight out kill you by casting the spell.
Yeah, there's some risks involved. Yeah. All right. The night passes. A cold, frigid morning welcomes you. The sky is clear with some wisps of clouds high above. The sun barely seems to cast any warmth here, and you awaken to find yourselves here in Kaer Seren with the Witchers preoccupied with the burial arrangements of Rurik, while Julian and Olgar preoccupy themselves with kind of the housekeeping elements of keeping the fortress running. The rest of you have been granted essentially free reign of the fortress as long as you don't kind of, cause any major problems. Is there anything you would like to do today?
Lots of things. So many things.
Well, I was going to train with Lucian, but now he's preoccupied. So I'm going to be a nerd today, and I'm going to study.
Sure.
I am also going to study.
I want to learn as many formulae as I can, for one thing. As I can scrounge up in the
Absolutely.
library. And I also want to learn more about... I mean, Kaspar already just has like an affinity for like learning about monsters, I think. It's kind of a monster head.
Real monster.
Got a monster head.
So he's gonna use the library to study, because I don't think he was allowed in there the last time.
What about Opheia and Kilton?
I want to learn spells like crazy.
That's what my studying is too, is spells. It's going to take me a while to learn this spell, but I want it. I want it so bad.
I actually had a question about learning spells because on page 123 it says there are 3 ways to learn a spell. One way requires wait, never mind. Yeah, I guess I was saying is I want to find like tomes that have it.
It's not 3 ways, it's 3 steps.
Yeah, 3 steps. That's right.
3 steps and a fuckload of time.
Yes.
So I guess the question is, do we have 4 days a week?
So this actually brings us to an interesting point of how long. At this point, we're kind of at a transition phase, essentially, where you have gained the trust of the Witchers with the understanding of Lucian and Dragomir that you're here to learn about whatever is going on. Lucian and Dragomir understand that whatever this is something significant, right? With the death of Rurik and the afflictions that are affecting you and other people, they're willing to help. It now kind of comes down to how long you'd like to kind of spend here at Kaer Seren. And you generally have free run of the place and the ability to learn from the library, as well as there's a basic workshop set up. There's an alchemy station. It's your standard kind of base of operations where you can presumably learn and develop yourselves a lot depending on how long you want to spend here. So as a group, I'm curious how long you think you'd like to spend here in general.
I would like 2 weeks.
Works for me.
None of the things I have, I think, have timetables, so 2 weeks is fine for me.
Okay, I can do that.
It'll take me a week to learn this spell, and then I'd like an additional week to make some blade oils for Kaspar and the other Witchers as a sign of good faith and apology. Also would like to learn more formulae, but maybe in the future Kaspar can teach me Yrden if he so desires.
Oh, I'll teach you.
I want to learn a sign.
Boom. Yrden.
I could probably teach.
Not kidding.
So, what we have. So, okay. Mareigh, we've got wanting to learn some spells and wanting to make some potions. Opheia, we have wanting to learn some spells specifically. Kaspar potentially wanting to train and learn some signs, right? And Kilton, anything you would like to work on or develop during that presumed 2 weeks?
Good question.
It's a huge ass library. You could learn a lot of things.
Yeah, I'll learn.
I would also like to spend some time myself in the library just seeing if I can find anything.
I want to train combat.
Yeah. So what's
Yeah.
going to happen over the next 2 weeks here? What's going to happen is that Lucian and Olgar are going to be kind of the groundskeepers, and Rurik they're going to cast some signs on Rurik's remains and keep them stable until they can perform the ceremonial burial rites for him in the proper Witcher tradition. They have some things they need to prepare in order to do that, which will presumably be in about a fortnight or about 2 weeks. And so you have around that amount of time if you'd like to stay here and train. That's when they will be performing the pyre to cremate the remains of Rurik. And in that time, you're able to train combat skills with Lucian and or learn Witcher signs, learn from the library. There's the crafting materials. There's pretty much anything you'd like to work on as a character. So
If there's time, I'd also like to train at Dodge, but I don't know if there's time to do that between everything else I want to do.
Can I specifically train to get more points into Witcher training?
yeah, that would be generally reading and studying on the monster lore sections of the library. There are quite large tomes and scrolls. The Witchers here at Kaer Seren have spent centuries at this point collecting information from across the continent in notes and diagrams and all manner of things that are are organized in a way that Kaspar may not have ever really seen before, except for, the few times that he's been here and maybe the books that Lucian might have shared with you. But getting full access to the library here is something you didn't have last time when you were recovering here. And seeing it in its entirety, there is information here that is really eon spanning, like from centuries before, really.
That's amazing. I'd also like to assist Kilton in training, martial training.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So for the sake of this, let's go ahead and I'm going to say, let's see. So we've got Mareigh doing spells and alchemy.
Only one spell specifically.
Spell, singular.
One singular.
And
I don't
alchemy.
I don't have the points to do more than one.
We have Opheia doing spell and was there anything else, Opheia? Sorry.
I would like to do some library research, see if I can pick up anything about the comet that I know. No, the wizards here already did that, but I want to see if they missed anything. I want to see if I can be more thorough.
Could learn more about hemes and the type of maybe where they come from, what sphere they come from.
Kaspar is going to do
idea.
signs and training.
No,
Monster lore.
Witcher training and fighting training with Kilton.
Okay, Witcher training with Kilton, and then Kilton is going to do combat skills
And
and
Rusty.
anything else. Kilton.
That's it. I think that's it.
All right. So you
Rusty,
have
I want to be less rusty.
2 weeks here. So I'm going to kind of move everybody to their general places that they're going to be focusing on. And for this, I'm going to move. Okay, you guys move so slow across this map. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where'd they go? And then I was like, oh, you're not even, hadn't even started moving yet. All right. You guys go to the 3rd floor to train, and Opheia and Mareigh are going to stick you in the library.
How long does it take to make an alchemical substance?
I believe it says individually they're pretty quick to make. I think they're like 30 minutes or an hour, depending on the actual potion. But it's, it depends on the resources you have available, right? So like you can. All right. So for the sake of this and the fact that this is kind of one of the most significant libraries in this area or in the continent, I'm going to say across the board, they basically have every novice level spell.
Ooh.
So any novice level spell that you want to learn from any of the books, they have some information there that you're able to kind of, pick up that tome and read it. Again, for the sake of it being quite the resource. So I'll let unless Mareigh and Opheia, do you already know what spells you were hoping to
I
learn?
know what I want. I know the spell that I want. It is a journeyman's level spell.
Okay.
So I don't know if they'd have here.
In that case, which one are you trying to learn?
On Yalek.
Yalek.
It's the first water. It's the first journeyman water spell.
Ah, yes. Okay.
The dehydration spell, the instant dehydration spell.
That is a very cool one.
It's also the cheapest stamina one. That's why I'm getting it.
Yeah, that is true. Yes, they do have that one. You find a very dusty tome, leather bound, with some intricate tooling on the exterior and a large clasp that holds it shut. When you crack it open, it seems as though this tome has probably not been read since, 500 years past.
Ooh.
And the pages are almost kind of just very, very delicate in that, turning them, you have to kind of almost, gloved hands and reading
Oh,
through
absolutely.
this tome.
Gloves the entire time. Gloves and a mask.
Yeah, it's very archival reading through this, but they do indeed have that spell. And Opheia, is there a spell that you're looking to learn specifically?
I was going to. It's a journeyman druid invocation, blessing of healing.
Okay.
I need to see if they've got that one. And then, so if I do get that one, that's going to take a week, and I guess the second week I would probably try to find like an offensive thing. But
How many
druids don't really have that.
how many points does it cost for you to learn an invocation? Probably the same amount as it takes to learn a spell, right? Because they do cost IP points to learn.
Yes.
IP points improve IP
ATM machine.
ATM machine. Pita bread, not non-bread.
God.
20 for a journeyman and 10. I actually might have enough. Let me see. I could spend all my improvement
I have
points.
to spend all of mine to
I have
learn
30.
this.
But I don't. It's like I could have 10 on the docket, or I could use those 10 so that way I could shoot fire and potentially set myself on fire. But it would be nice
What spell do you want to learn?
in combat. Well, the one I want, the journeyman one, that's 20 is what's the name of it? I already forgot it.
Invocation of Healing.
Yes, that one I think is just useful to have. Blessing of healing. Yes.
Blessing of Healing. You're trying to learn a novice combat spell.
Yeah, it'll probably have to be. It'll probably have to be a sign, which I think I could learn at a novice level.
I'm gonna
But
have
I can't
the
learn.
two.
I can't learn mage spells.
No, they can't help you there. I don't know anything about the priest spells and the druid spells. Sorry.
Actually, including Kaspar, since you'll be spending some time studying here in the library as well, the three of you, I'm going to have you all roll an education check for me.
Nice.
It's a pretty high DC as you're reading through and checking the tomes and reading through ancient ledgers.
Come on, dice. I'm 0 to 10.
Oh, I wish I had
I'll
any
put
more
some-
luck.
Me
I'll
too.
put some luck into this.
I'm saving my luck for my knowledge checks.
Hey, twinsies.
Oh, all right. Comes in clutch, Mareigh, with that +1 education there. That is what you needed, a 20. This is one of these tomes that you're flicking through. You realize it's sort of
Delicately paging through.
Exactly, yeah, not flicking through. It's not a tabloid magazine.
I would never be so crass and cruel with these beautiful
Absolutely.
books.
Oh shit, Mareigh found a tiger beat.
What is Broadway wearing?
A skirt, typically.
A skirt and thigh highs.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Mareigh, you discover that this is a sort of ancient record of the area around Kaer Seren. It seems to have been from one of the keepers of Kaer Seren from long ago. And you note that there appears to be a place of power not too far away, and an ancient one that presumably has kind of fallen out of being regularly traveled. You, from the description and the information that is provided, you're able to discern that it would be a few days travel, but if you felt like you had the additional time, you could potentially visit this place of power if you wanted the additional IP that comes along with it. It'd
3
be probably an
days.
additional 5 days or so to travel to it and back.
Is it on the way back where we came, or is it just in the area?
It's in the area. It's not necessarily on the beaten track. It would be its own little separate expedition.
5 days. I feel like I get so greedy when it comes to downtime Because I just want to do everything.
And again, you guys can negotiate to stay here longer if you want. There's a lot you can learn depending on how long you stay.
Yeah. I will posit it to the group. I think it would be beneficial for all of us to visit a place of power. At least it'll be beneficial at least for Kaspar, me, and Opheia. It would be nice. We could also try to hit it up on our way out. Take a little bit of a detour since we have to leave in 2 weeks anyway, and just save it for the next time.
It is sort of, it is sort of in the mountain. Like it's not really on the way. It would be you could do a detour, but it would be more or less the same amount of time. It's kind of just out there.
Or do we want to add on an additional 5 days so we can do that in 2 weeks?
Sure.
It might make it, but we might want to.
I
get a little bit nervous about
Spending
the time.
Yeah, because it's like six months is like basically our doomsday clock on this comet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. But like, free IP, 10 free IP,
10 free IP. I mean, it's up to y'all, I would say.
If we were doing that, I would cut our stay in Kaer Seren short by a few days.
Okay, we could.
All right.
Because I would like to have the full week to learn my spell, but
Take or leave the second one.
Maybe just use like.
I can do a fair amount.
Or just have a few days for everything.
I think if I have just maybe a solid day to do alchemy, I can knock out a fair amount of blade oil, and then we can take 5 days. It said 5 days there and back.
It's like 2 and a little bit days to get out there. It's basically a ruin that is in kind of the foothills of the mountains nearby. It's off the beaten track from anywhere of any note, but yeah, you could, with about 5 days travel, probably 7 if you get poor weather or poor travel, but about a week of additional time you could get out there. And
it takes 5 days to get there, then 5 days to come back?
To get there and back.
Okay.
Round trip.
So we could do our week here, take a couple extra days in Kaer Seren, go to the place of power, and then we could also just leave from the place of power. Would we want to come back?
Fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, poke it and say hi.
That sounds good.
I don't know how far off the trail it is, or how deep in the mountains it is, but something to keep in mind. Mage will do anything to get IP. Mage just want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting. All right. Sounds like we're in agreement then. Like a full week at Kaer Seren, maybe, and then maybe a day or 2 days max to finish any last minute things and prep and train, and then we'll leave for the place of power.
Ooh, we should get food for the road.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Restock.
That's a good note. While everyone is here in Kaer Seren, the meals are pretty basic, so no good meal bonuses unless you have those pre-packed or anything.
That's okay.
All right. Mareigh and Opheia, you are training. We're going to go and visit Lucian and Kilton and Kaspar in the training room of Kaer Seren on the 3rd floor.
Warzone.
Man cave.